level's going to be so different.
Oh, yeah.
But then the story was that he hit the guy. He waited for the EMT to come, and he was performing CPR on the guy. So the whole story, I don't know what happened, really. You can't seem to get a...
But even still, depending what state you're in, if
Iowa.
Well, I'm not sure about Iowa laws, but if you stay and try to help out in that situation, then you're personally responsible. A friend of mine was telling me about, like, and depending what state you're in and such, then you take, like, personal responsibility for their welfare.
Right.
I don't know. Like, that's, because I thought he was such a decent person and he was such a nice guy and really very friendly. And he seemed like so earnest, a farmer, corn farmer, like how much better can you get than that?
Right.
And he had values and morals. And then, wow, you're drinking and hit somebody and then leave the scene of the accident. I don't know. Like but then they said the whole story changed. Like that was just TMZ that was giving such false reports.
Right.
I don't know.
It was TMZ. So,
Yeah.
You gotta take them with a large grain of salt.
Hey, everybody. Looks like we have a phone call coming in, and I want to introduce Mr. Sal Valentinetti, my friend.
How you doing?
Oh, darling, how are you doing? I'm so grateful that you called in. You're here live on Eleanor's Elite Radio on Talk Network Live. Here we have Mr. Sal Valentinetti, the runner-up to America's Got Talent, and tell us what happened again.
Actually, the fifth runner-up.
Really? Were you? Not in my books,
I was
honey.
number 5, and you know what? Honestly, over the last few months, I felt like number 1 because of my great fans, because the great people who come out and support me in my shows. I've honestly felt like a winner.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what place you come in.
No, you're right. But I got to tell you, though, honestly, it was unjust in my books because I put it on Facebook that I was bribing everybody in my household to use every appliance to vote for you, and then I would bribe my neighbors with wine to vote. I threatened people over it because you are such a talent, and it's a natural talent, and you're a good Italian boy.
Thank you.
And that's why that's why you sung for that poor fireman, God rest his soul, and made his family probably so very happy, doll.
Yes.
So very happy.
William Tolly wasn't just a great firefighter. He was a great New Yorker and also a volunteer firefighter for my town, Bethpage. So it was so great to honor him and be there for his family. A great man, a great father, great husband.
Now,
So,
Sal, quick question.
yeah.
Go ahead. I want to know how when you got started with singing. I know it was all due to your beautiful grandmother, right? That you listened.
Of course, yeah. My grandma, when I was very young, like 3-4 years old, I used to go to her house after preschool. She'd make me lunch, and then we'd go into the kitchen. She put on 1100 a.m., which in New York, that's WHLI.
Right.
That's the oldies.
Right.
And we would dance until my mother and father came and picked me up. And when she passed away, I was 11 years old. And she really was a good influence on me. And to lose her was really a shock to my family. But I always had that music to remember her by.
So
yes.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, so it's almost good for my entire family. When I sing, it's not just about me. It's not just about the crowd. It's about her too. So it kind of brings back that memory for everybody.
So now you didn't really ever take singing lessons. Wasn't this just a gift, really a gift from God that you can sing like this?
I was actually at a baritone horn lesson, and I wanted to play the song "Mac the Knife" by Bobby Darin, and I didn't know the name of it. So I said, it goes like this. Oh, the shark has pretty teeth. Yeah, and the band teacher goes, whoa. What? Where did that come from? I said, I don't know. The shower?
Wow.
I would sing in the shower, as a matter of fact. My mother and father were both tone deaf, so they had no idea what was going on in there. All they heard was me, like, singing along to some song. My mother would bang on the door, say, "You're wasting all the heating oil. You kids are gonna freeze." She was something else. But,
we don't have that heating oil thing here in Florida, darling, like we have in Long Island. I remember every 3 weeks.
I'm buying to be a part-time resident of Florida. Florida's been very good to me, and I can't do the winter no more. Pneumonia is pretty bad for business.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I remember those oil trucks used to come, and it was like $1,000, $1,200 drop that my father used to have to pay for the oil, so we would have the heat for the winter.
Right, but now you spend now you spend $1,200 on porcelain flamingos for your front yard.
Hey, Sal, let me ask you, what kind of Italian? What part of Italy is your family from?
I'm 75% Napolitan, and I'm a quarter Abruzzese.
Oh, Abruzzese, really? I would have never picked it. Napolitan, I get. My father was from Palermo, Sicily, so I'm really. Oh, my mom though was from Budapest, Hungary, and they both legitimately lived in two separate countries and moved here together. But anyway, but I didn't know what kind of Italian. Now, do you speak Italian or not really?
Io parlo un poco, pero io parlo dialetto. Io parlo napolitano. I only speak dialect because of my grandmother. My nonna, my mother's mother, who's still with us. Now that she had dementia always, and she would forget here and there, but now it's progressed. So she completely forgot how to speak English, and she forgot that I didn't speak Italian fluently. So I learned it just by spending time with my nonna, my aunts. So now I'm able to communicate with her.
So
I picked it up around the house.
You're such a beautiful, influential person. Not only are you beautiful in your looks, but you're also beautiful in your soul, which is why you were, you did what you had to do today, and you did the right thing. You absolutely did.
You know what? I got a lot of eyes on me now. I got a lot of people,
yes.
A lot of kids actually who look up to me. So it's important that I maintain, just be a good person. A lot of people these days, certain things they lose sight of.
You're right.
And being a good person was something my mother and father always taught me. So if I wasn't the guy that I am, I would be putting them to shame.
You're absolutely right. And darling, you're coming out to Florida at the King Center, June 10th.
My birthday.
Yes.
My birthday,
Down
Sal.
in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
Yes, it's my birthday.
Oh, wait a minute.
We're going to have a cake for you to jump out of.
Wait, Sal, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 21.
Jesus, Marion, he's 21 years
Yeah,
old.
he's 21.
Listen, I'm old enough
That's
to cut out a
awesome.
birthday cake.
I'll come for that.
Leave the kid alone. I got a son older than him. Hey, Sal, I got tickets to your show, and I got tickets for meet and greet, baby. I'm going to meet and greet you backstage.
Oh, great.
And if you,
That's awesome.
I'm going to make you a homemade cannoli like you've never had in your life.
A homemade cannoli.
Homemade, cream, everything, the shell, everything. Minga, I'm telling you,
God,
you've never had like this.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
That's a lot of work for one pastry.
No, there's going to be two.
There'll
This
be
is my birthday.
maybe
Don't
3.
forget that, Eleanor.
So now you're coming out to the King Center June 10th. You'll be here. Your show starts at 8 o'clock. Now, what are you gonna? What kind of arrangement you have for the show?
So the show will start off with an overture, which is a great way to start a show. It gets people in the mood. You guys are going to have fun, nonstop fun. But the show's a 90-minute show, but we always go on for at least 2 hours. We're having a good time. I tell stories. I tell jokes. I guarantee you, Big Tommy's going to be down there.
I love
probably making
Tommy.
a mess of the place. So
Great.
it's a blast wherever we go. Wherever we go, we bring the party.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
today I have my co-host with me is Lisa Sue. She's a professional matchmaker. But anyway, I hear you have a girlfriend now.
Yes, he does.
You got a girlfriend,
I do not.
right? You
What?
do not.
What
well,
happened?
unless you consider my 1981 Continental a girlfriend.
Tell me you got
I
white
spend a lot of
walls.
time with that.
Tell me you have white walls on that Continental.
I have white walls on every single car that I drive.
I love
My
it.
81
I love it.
Continental has white walls. My 17 Cadillac has white walls.
My
so there you
father, all he had was Lincoln Town cars and Lincoln Continentals, and they were the best years, like 77, 78, the beautiful year where they were like almost like limousines, and those white walls. I'm telling you.
I call it. I had a yellow one. I just upgraded. My dad loves to drive the car, so I upgraded him to a two-tone black and gray one. I figured it's more him. And I called that car the banana boat because it was literally the size of a cruise ship, and you would float down the road.
And it's yellow. Now, where do you live on Long Island still, or no? Are you all over now?
I live on Long Island still. I tried moving out. I really did.
Yeah.
I went to a beautiful apartment building. I found a great place overlooking the water. I brought the lease home to my mother. My mother goes, "Yeah, it's a nice place, but you're going to break your father's heart." So I said, "All right." She put the Italian guilt on me. My
That's
father
it.
goes, "Listen, I feel like you don't need us anymore." I said, "Well, I'll always need you." My father goes, "But I need you." So I said, "Okay."
That's
My
it.
nonna was living with us for 4 years, and now she's in a nursing home. My mother was getting tired of going down there and seeing all my grandmother's stuff there the way it was. She's getting upset. So I said, you know what? I'll move in here. But I'm going to pay you rent. But that means when that door closes, you need to make a phone call before you can come downstairs. So my mother goes, okay, all right, yeah. Yeah, that lasted a couple of weeks before she just started barging in.
Just barged in. You know, your family sounds a lot like my family. I had, I'm much older than
sorry.
you. I did. I had my brother with his kids, my mother and father moved in with us. I mean, just like how I think I want to say, maybe not just Italians, because I don't see it a lot in other nationalities, but I see the Italian family just so connected, and everything you talk about, how you joke and everything it just brings back so many wonderful memories of me as a young girl too. Absolutely.
We're taught that you could have nothing, absolutely nothing, not even the clothes on your back you could have stripped from you, and you'll still have your family.
Exactly.
You'll still have the people that love you and care about you to support you.
Oh, I know.
So Sal, I know you're following Love Thy Matchmaker, but we're not following you. Anyway,
Listen,
so you are single now.
I need a matchmaker. I need a matchmaker just for Florida.
Hey, I'm at your service.
There
I'll
you go.
see you on my
Great.
birthday.
You
want
Great.
to do me something favor for me? For my friend. Give me a couple lines for happy birthday to my girl, G-Love.
What's her name?
G-Love, Glenda.
G-Love?
Yes, it's her birthday today, and I said, I'm going to try and get Sal.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear G-Love. Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Sal,
Thank you, dear.
You rock.
I'm glad the sound still comes over the Bluetooth.
It does. It comes over beautiful.
That was beautiful.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm so happy, Sal.
You know
Go ahead.
I'm actually sad for you guys because the last guy I had a phone interview with, I was driving through Manhattan. The guy was from Pittsburgh, Greensburg, Pennsylvania, middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
So which I got a show out in Greensburg. Great people out there. I love Greensburg.
Yeah.
I'm driving through the middle of Manhattan. All of a sudden, some cabbie comes and cuts me off, so I blow the horn. The guy rolls down the window and starts yelling at me. So I roll down the window and start yelling at him. This is all on live radio.
You're not going to have that problem here.
Yeah.
This is
He
Talk
goes,
Network Radio.
wow.
Go ahead.
He said, wow, my listeners finally got the real New York experience.
Well, Pennsylvania's cute. It's a cute look, but it's nothing
Listen, anywhere where people love me, I love the place, no matter where it is.
Yeah.
Because you realize, like I've been traveling now since October nonstop.
Right.
I've been to Florida, I've been to Arizona, California, Canada, England, France,
Wow.
Jamaica, Hawaii. I've been all over the globe. And let me tell you something, wherever I go, my fans are the greatest people in the world. They always make me feel like family. They always make me feel at home.
Oh,
And
we
you're
love
just such
you.
a kind soul.
Yes.
You can tell it. You admit such beautiful kindness. Really, you're just such a great
Thank
guy.
you.
I loved you
Humble
like
and
nobody's
just sweet.
business on America's Got Talent. I gotta say, I mean, you should have absolutely won. But look at you. I mean, you went from singing in restaurants, right?
Listen, I went from singing in the back corner of restaurants and delivering pizzas to singing in front of crowds of thousands of people. I am. There aren't really words to describe how great of a feeling this is. You know, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life until Heidi Klum hit that golden buzzer.
Yeah.
The reason I sobbed on stage was because in that moment I said, you know what, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Right.
I finally found my spot in this world. And, you know, it's a great feeling. It's a winning feeling. So right off the bat, I said, you know, no matter what happens, I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy I did this. You know, and such a year to have before that. I lost my best friend in the entire world, my Uncle Joe, who got me to try out for American Idol,
Right.
which is when people saw me. And I never even wanted to try out for a show. I said, listen, I sing a certain type of music. I'm a certain type of guy. My Uncle Joe said, never change that. You go and you do you,
Right.
and I promise they're going to love you. This is for American Idol. We made a bet. He bet me that they would love me so much they'd put me on TV. I bet him that they would hate me. He goes, all right, I'll let you drive my Range Rover for the rest of the summer. So that morning,